Good morning. Today, travel's going to be on the okay side for this time of year. We've got some decent visibility in most areas. If you're traveling west on I-94, though, could end up getting a little more foggy, and in that surrounding area of the Jamestown area and Valley City area, that's where we're dealing with the fog. We'll take a look at that in a second. Fargo, visibility looking pretty good. We can see downtown a little bit murky, but still looking okay. And taking a look at our planner for today, if you're hitting the road, morning hours are going to be the area of greatest concern with that patchy fog that we're dealing with. Otherwise, it does look better as the day goes on. We'll have some wind coming our way, but it shouldn't be too strong. And we'll take a look at all of this here in our forecast. Here's a look at our visibility reports. Coming in pretty good, especially if you're on the Minnesota side of the Red River. You're more likely to experience a visibility that's on the good side at 10 miles, which is the maximum report you can get. But you see Cooperstown is at under 2 miles for visibility. And in Carrington, we're looking at 3 miles. Southern Valley, again, out to the west is where we're focused for that fog, and visibility in Jamestown less than 2 miles now, so we've dropped again there. And in Valley City, we're at 5. So again, foggier out to the west. Looking at conditions that are quiet with wind that is light or even calm air in both Fargo and in Grand Forks. Starting to see that wind turn from the east to more of a southeasterly direction if we do have it. And a south wind is going to be a big factor for us today. This morning, though, temperatures nice and mild to kick off a January morning. We're in the teens in the north and west, 20s south and east. We're at 22 degrees in Fargo, 17 in Grand Forks. And wind chill not a big factor for a lot of us. Fargo, we have no wind, so our wind chill is the same as our temperature. But if you're up to the northwest, it is going to feel colder. We've got some wind chills closer to 0. We're right around 2 in Devil's Lake. It feels like 3 below in Rolla. So radar, satellites looking pretty quiet. We have some overcast skies. We've got some areas where we have a few flurries and flakes drifting by along the international border area. And I can't rule out a flurry, but overall things are quiet. And again, we've been talking about how we've been outside of the main kind of storm track that so far this year into 2024. We've missed a lot of the storms. It's been more toward places like Chicago and the I-80 corridor, farther south into the Midwest. And then here in the valley, it's just plain cold and quiet. Now we're starting to warm things up, though. We're looking at temperatures that are going to rise today. In your hour-by-hour planner, expect to see some numbers that are going to be getting into the teens and 20s again this morning. Heading into the afternoon, we will be rising back into some mid-20s to some upper 20s, even 30 degrees possible heading into the afternoon and into the evening. So warming up. We will get some breaks in the clouds, but overall it will be more of a mostly cloudy kind of day. And wind out of the south or southwest here. You see winds gusting into the 20s around 7 p.m., getting up to about 30 miles per hour this evening. So starting to get a little more blustery. And that continues into the nighttime hours tonight. So with that wind out of the south, with clouds helping to insulate us, we're looking at temperatures tomorrow morning starting in the upper 20s to some low 30s, kind of where we are for our highs today. So kicking off the day tomorrow on a very mild note, and we'll just keep going from there as we make our way through the forecast in your 11-day planner. So it starts to warm up more and more. So we want to take a look at your forecast, which is sponsored by Innovative Basement Authority.
It just keeps getting worse. The crack keeps growing. The doors and windows stick.
This must be very frustrating. Almost no one connects that these are telltale signs that water is shifting your foundation. But it's okay. We got it.
Oh. This is done growing in this house.
Okay.
The effects of water can be surprising, but at Innovative Basement Authority, we'll do a complete home inspection for free.
So here's that extended planner today, getting windy into the second half of the day, temperature around 30 degrees for your high. A lot of places in the 20s throughout much of the afternoon. And then tomorrow we make our way into some upper 30s. We'll see some breezy conditions to start the day. And we stay warm through the rest of the week. And not just that, we kind of add a little more heat to the mix as we end up into the end of the month. And to start off the month of February next week, we'll be seeing days where we'll be very close to 40 degrees, even, surpassing 40 potentially on that last day of January. So it's pretty remarkable how we started the month on a very warm note. Yeah. We had that sudden and deep freeze that happened mid-month, and now we're working our way right back up to these very mild temperatures and just kind of picking up where we left off.
Well, we keep making the joke heat wave and tropical, but it really is starting to feel that way.
It does feel that way. It's funny what you get acclimated to,
yeah.
and now it definitely is feeling pretty good. Even today with teens and 20s when you step outside this morning, It feels great.
Yeah.
All I know is if you would have told me this would have been going on in April of last year,
Yes.
wouldn't have believed you.
Well, it might have
Yeah.
helped us get through April a little bit
True.
better the way the winter extended last year.
Yeah,
That was rough. Yeah.
Ooh, hopefully we don't have a repeat this year. Thank you.